Hi guys, it's Sarah, and this week's theme on SGG is supernatural. If you don't know what supernatural is, it's basically like ghosts and like paranormal things kind of fall into that category. And sorry, the lighting really isn't that good because it's really hot up here, and I don't know, closing my door just makes it feel better. So yeah. So today I'm going to be telling you about some of my experiences with ghosts because I've had a lot of them and most of them have been like pretty scary and like pretty interesting, so I would share those with you for this week. So the first story that I have for you guys is one time I was like home alone and my parents were out and my brother wasn't home either. So I was just like home alone. It was just me and my cat and my fish, obviously. But they wouldn't be doing this because they were like both upstairs when this happened and I was downstairs. I was downstairs and I went into the bathroom and the faucet was just running. It was just straight up running like all, and I was like, oh, maybe my parents left on the faucet or something, and so I turned it off, and then I went back to my living room where I was sitting, and then all of a sudden I hear the faucet come back on again. So I run back in there, and there's nothing in there, obviously. And I was just like, oh my god, what's happening? Because it wasn't my cat, both of my pets were upstairs. And obviously my fish can't do anything. So I was just like, okay, I'll turn it off and see what happens again, because at this point I'm just really scared. Because no one's in the house. So at this point I'm just like kind of walking all over the house, turning all the lights on, because I don't know why, I'm weird. And then I'm like, I don't know, like grabbing my cat and like grabbing like stuff that's like important to me, because at this point I'm just getting ready to like leave the house if something else happens at this point. And then sorry, my nose is really itchy, allergies. So at this point I'm just kind of like waiting for something to happen. So I quick go upstairs to grab my phone just in case I need to like, you know, call the police or something, because at this point I'm just freaking out. So I run upstairs, and then all of a sudden, all the lights go out. Like, it's crazy. Like, every single light in the whole house just goes off. And then, the water turns on again. But this time it's in the upstairs, and no one's home. So I'm just starting to get really scared at this point. And I'm just like, freaking out, like as soon as that happened, I just screamed. I grabbed my cat, and like I was just getting ready to run out of the house at this point. And then I had to wait like half an hour before my parents they were gonna be home in like an hour. So I'm just going around like checking to see if the lights turn back on, and then all of a sudden they turn back on. So at this point I'm just thinking, okay, what's going on here? I don't know. And then I don't know, I remember going downstairs like in the living room, because the lights were still off, so I remember I lit like some candles, and I go downstairs in the living room, and all of a sudden the TV turns on, and I'm just sitting there like, what's going on? The power's off and I can't turn on any of the lights. So I try the lights again, still won't turn on, so I'm like, what's happening here? And then it turns off again, and there's like I said before, there's no one in the house. And then all of a sudden my living room is right there, and then right next to that is like the den where we keep our computer and stuff. All of a sudden I see this like wispy figure just like coming, like just like moving like all around. Like I can see it like in the glow of the TV, and it's like pitch black outside. So I see the wispy figure, like it's just kind of like floating around there. So at this point, I'm just like yelling like, "Who's there? Who's there? Who's in the house?" And then it just goes away, and all the lights turn back on, and I was just really scared. And then my parents, sorry, a little battery. Then my parents came home, and I told them about it. I don't know, that was just crazy. But yeah, that's my first story. I have another one actually. This one is kind of not as detailed, but it's like, I still remember it. It happened when I was like 7 or 8. So I have, my room is set up like in this fashion again, where there's like the foot of my bed over there, and then there's just, my bed's up against the wall, and sorry, there's the door in my room because my parents are doing painting. But anyways, I should probably put this in. Sorry, I'm plugging my camera in. Okay, so I'm kind of laying in bed, and then eventually I usually like go on Instagram and Snapchat and stuff before I go to bed, because for some reason it just helps me go to sleep. So I get really tired, and I turn off the lights and stuff like I normally do, and then I go to sleep, and then in the middle of the night, it was maybe like 1 or 2 in the morning, I had school. Actually, no, I didn't have school the next morning. I don't know. I think it was like a weekend. So there's the foot of my bed over there, kind of like over there. And then right over there at the foot of my bed, I see this figure. It was just black. So I get up, and I'm just super, super scared at this moment. And I'm just like, who? And I was just like, am I dreaming? So I look at the time, and like I saw this on like YouTube once. If you look at the time when you're in a dream, like if you think you're in a dream, you look at the time and then you look away and then you look back. The time will change. I looked at the time, looked away, and then looked back at the time. It was the same. So I was like, okay, I know I'm not dreaming. And at this point, I'm just thinking, is it my dad? Is it my brother? I don't know. So I get up out of bed. It's still just standing there, like looming over my bed. And I go, and then I'll never forget this. I go to the foot of my bed, and and I'm just standing there looking at it, and it's still looking over at my bed. So I'm just kind of standing there looking at it. It's really tall. It was just a tall black figure. And then I look, okay, so like I put my hand out like that as if I were going to touch it, and then it just disappears. And then I just went back to bed at that point. I just figured, I'm just seeing things. I just woke up. I'm probably like, I don't know if that was real or not, but I'm just really scared. So that's all I have for you guys this week. Hope you enjoyed, and go watch the other girls' videos, of course.